Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for joining today. If you are new here, please do not forget to subscribe and support the movement. Thank you so much guys. So this video may not sit well to a lot of people, but I want to share this, okay? If you are one of this category or if you belong to this group of people, just know that Canada may not be the country that you may want to immigrate to. First, there are a lot of pathways you can use to immigrate to Canada. You may go as a student, you may go as a visitor, you may go as a worker, and you can go as a permanent resident. But now, there is something a lot of people don't get. You cannot be saying that you want to apply for a school in Canada with an ordinary level certificate. First, for you to study abroad, you need to have at least a high school certificate, as I know. Ordinary levels alone, especially if you're a Cameroonian, does not qualify you even for a diploma, not to talk of a bachelor's degree. And again, for most of us, some of us, we have just maybe high school certificates and we want to study in some top universities. I always advise people that saying that you want to go and study in maybe a state university in Canada is not the best, because the competition is very high and a lot of students who are more qualified than you, they will want to migrate to these places. Guys, I just have to talk slowly today. I'm not the best version today, but we move. So in essence, what I'm trying to say here is Canada is looking for the best, okay? This is why they are bringing most of these pathways and they are telling you that you have to apply for this, you have to do requirements. For example, let me start from those with certificates. When I keep telling people that it's good to go get a degree, most people, they bash me on my Facebook page, which I don't understand why. Some get angry, but they don't understand that I'm trying to push somebody to get a degree. I'm trying to encourage somebody to get a degree. It is very important. Nowadays, if you don't have certificates, it's somehow very difficult for you to migrate abroad, especially if you don't have anybody abroad, you just want to move alone. Because what's the main aim of going abroad? To go and hustle. And how do you intend to cross? To use maybe the study pathway to cross. And at the end of the day, if you look at it very well, you will see that educational credentials play a very great role when it comes to this abroad thing. Now, another category of people, I always tell them to go and write their IELTS. But some people will be like, Milton, I cannot write IELTS, it's very expensive. Even when you want to start a business, right, you still need, I'm just telling you facts. I'm not going to be like sugarcoating my words here. Even when you want to start a business, you need capital. So saying that you cannot write IELTS for 170k CFA francs to apply for a scholarship, and this scholarship that you are going to get is a fully funded scholarship, or you might not get it, it doesn't make sense to me. You need to use what you have and chase what you are looking at. You go to a school website, the school is saying IELTS is compulsory this month. You go again to the next university next month, they say IELTS is compulsory. You go to another university then the next month. That's 3 months now. You are checking for 3 different universities to apply. You cannot apply because IELTS is compulsory. IELTS is written, if I'm mistaken, 2 times every month. That's within 3 months. They are writing it 6 different times in those 3 months. But you haven't registered and you have the money and you want to migrate abroad. How do you want to migrate abroad? That is the question I'm asking you now. Because a lot of us, I don't know what is the problem. Look, there are some certain groups of people that cannot travel to Canada. Let me start. Those who have, let's say, if you have just O levels, you don't have an A levels. I have been talking to some people and I advise them to go get the advanced level. You cannot have just basic ordinary levels and you get an admission to study in Canada. You first of all need to understand that for you to get these admissions, There are places you have to go to. Colleges are the easiest ways to enter into Canada. And even the college is still very competitive. So if you do not have the necessary requirements, it becomes very difficult for you. That is if you want to follow the study pathway. And again, if you have the real requirements, then you can apply for state universities. But how long does the admissions take before you get in? That should be the question. That is why I always insist that apply to colleges so as to increase your chances of going in. Okay, let me say, do not apply to fewer universities because you may be rejected. But if you had applied to many or colleges, the others could accept you. You understand? Now, there is something, like I say, a lot of people are saying that I want to go and work in Canada. I want to go and work to Canada. This is one of the things that you see a lot of agents and agencies, they will eat your money. I want to go as a visitor and I intend to change it to a working permit. Do you have a bachelor's degree? Do you have educational credentials? Most of the time, all these things is not all about bachelor's degree, educational credential. Do you have working experience? This is the question. To change your visa from a visitor visa to a working permit, a company needs to be in need of what you are offering. You don't have the skills. How do you want to convince the company to hire you? You don't have working experience, you don't have educational credentials, and you want to go as a visitor. Yes, they will need to hire you, but you need to prove to them that you are qualified. You understand? So this is the reason. Before you know, maybe you go in and it's difficult for you to change your visa, or maybe the agent takes your money and eats it. And at the end of the day, education, like knowledge, is very, very important when it concerns this study abroad stuff. This is no jokes. A few days back, I was asking somebody. He said he wanted to go and write IELTS for express entry. I was asking him, have you calculated your scores already for CRS? On your CRS to know how many you have and what you are working on when it comes to the IELTS? The young man was like, he doesn't understand what I mean by CRS. And I asked him, have you checked your knock? Do you actually know the profession in which, and the knock code from the IRCC website? He was like, I didn't know. The agent didn't tell me anything. You see, these are the type of things I'm talking about. When I told him you need to have at least 777 for all the sections for the IELTS general to qualify for the express entry to go into the pool, he was like, the agent never told me anything. This is somebody you have given him millions, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million for express entry. Yes, and he is not telling you anything. You don't even know what you want to do. And when I tell them, book an appointment, let me educate you, they don't want to book the appointment. Some will even come there and call me names. It is so funny. You go to people, you give them millions, those people don't tell you anything. Imagine you go and give an agent money. The agent is not even telling you anything. I asked the guy, did you calculate your scores? He said the agent said I should come and score 8. I should bring in a band score 8. Okay, now you want to bring a band score 8. It's possible to get, but do you know how difficult it is to get a band score 8? Everything is possible. You can get it, but they tell you. Why didn't they tell you to calculate their scores? So these are some of the things. You ask somebody you want to travel abroad. How much do you have? You want to go to where? Canada. How much do you have? I have $2,500. How will $2,500 carry you to Canada? And not. Out of that $2,500, you need to remove $500 as tuition deposit. And maybe you are even applying to a school that the deposit is like maybe $2,700, like Centennial College. But you have $2,500. How do you intend to migrate with $2,500? You need knowledge. And these are some of the things I explain on this YouTube channel times and again. I explain over and over. People don't watch videos. I don't know what you want. Before you know, now maybe you have some maybe you go and you collect your money, you take a loan from a bank, 5 million, you carry it and you go and give an agent. Tomorrow you start complaining that nothing has been done, your work visa has not been granted, whereas you didn't even know what a work visa is. You need a working contract to get a work visa. Yes, Without an employment contract, you cannot apply for a working visa. Some of you even go to agents, you don't know what they are doing. An agent says this is your visa, you just carry your head and you are going and you apply to Canada. Did you collect the code, your code to check for your IRCC portal? Did you ask the agent to show you proof from your IRCC portal? You need to ask questions. These are people, you are giving them millions. You need to ask questions. You carry millions, you go and give somebody, they bring a visa and tell you that this visa is legit. You have not verified the visa. To ask for the code to check if actually IRCC asks you to submit your passport for visa stamping. You have not asked for any code, but you want to move to Canada. When you arrive Canada now, the immigration says, open your IRCC portal and let us see. You don't have it. They deport you, you start crying. These are some of the things that people do. Look, knowledge is power. You need to get the information first. If you want to apply for, if you want to start express entry, you don't even know that you need to do West evaluation. I asked this young man who said he wanted to write IELTS for express entry. I said, this is my name on Facebook, this is my name on YouTube. All these things, I share them there. Have you watched my? He says he has not watched. I say, okay, go and watch. I said, how much? He said he's given the agent already 3.5 million. And the agent said, go and bring me bounce score 8. These are the type of things. Before you know now, maybe one thing or the other, you start complaining. But whereas you are the cause. Before you go to people, you need to learn. You need to learn. You need to know. So that when you go there, they are telling you certain things. You should be aware of what they are doing. I was telling somebody that he cannot travel Lithuania with family. The guy was insisting that he wants to travel to Latvia with family. I told him Latvia is impossible. When I told him Lithuania is impossible, he came back and said he can travel to Lithuania with family. I mean, I don't understand. We don't want to learn. Why? That is my question. Why don't we want to learn? Look, it's going to be very difficult very soon to travel abroad. Very soon, especially Canada. If you do not have at least a bachelor's degree, my advice is do not put your eggs only on Canada. Start searching European countries. And now a lot of things are changing. Lithuania recently, they said there is no visa again. They are going to be giving a temporary residence permit. And you are not going to go to Egypt or South Africa. You are now going, as a Cameroonian, I think Cameroonians have to go to Jordan or Lebanon. So these are some of the things that we need to put into consideration. A lot of people don't know these things. And when you share this information, it is a problem. I really don't understand. Guys, we need to put a lot of things. Someone was telling me that he watched a video a few days ago. Someone was saying that people are leaving Canada. I told him, brother, use your brain. Yes, people are leaving Canada. Who told you that she returned from Canada? Canada is one of the countries that, as it stands right now, Canada is one of the countries with the easiest pathway so far. PR is very easy to gain in Canada, and citizenship. Even American lottery, how long does it take to become? Because if you go in with lottery, you can become a citizen in the USA. But Canada, you can even apply for PR from your home country. And there are requirements for that. I even saw somebody, the person is 50 years and he is applying for express entry. It's impossible. Yes, it can be possible because you may write your IELTS and score very high grades, and equally write your French and score very high grades, and now they can push you closer because as soon as you clock 30, every birthday you lose 5 points. Every birthday you lose 5 points. This is how express entry works. Canada is looking for stronger and younger generation. So you have to put all this into consideration. If you have knowledge, is very important, guys. Knowledge is very, very important. I hope this will help you.